What's up, YouTube? Totally Emerald here. Are you kidding me? We're here, we're live, and yes, Pikachu's not with me today. I'm sorry I lost him. I have no idea when I'll find him, so Sceptile's today's replacement. But that's okay, because we're going to be character analysis on Jack the Ripper. Not sure if that's his real name. Probably not. Whatever. Well, his name's Jack the Ripper. We'll just go with that. Alright. Cue the intro. If you guys wondered why Sceptile's here specifically, well, I'll tell you why. Well, the reason Jack the Ripper is my favorite captain is because he reminds me so much of Sceptile, my favorite Pokemon. They both have green on them, and both of them have blades on their wrists that they can use to slash up things. Sceptile's leaf blades, and Jack's slash magic. Yeah, they're pretty similar, and they're pretty tall. Although normally Sceptiles are 5'7", but Pokemon sizes vary. I mean, just look at this: Ash's Charizard versus another Charizard. Yeah, it's like there's no comparison. Don't worry, Charizard got tougher later on, but yeah, my point stands. Pokemon sizes vary. Alright. And, I think that's a good place to start, with his magic. Okay, Jack the Ripper, true to his name, has the ability to slash apart anything with his severing magic. Yeah, one of my favorite spells in the whole series, Lunatic Slash, whereas he goes all crazy, making shing, and then shockwaves of slashes come at him. A good strength of slash magic, or severing magic, whatever you want to call it, his blades, that over time, he can just cut anything apart. It just, over time, it'll just adjust to the material. Like, with this elf, yeah, it took a while, but he managed to slice through his armor. Yeah, Jack's a beast, like, no, he's a beast killer. That's a good transition. Like, let's talk about his backstory. Okay, well, Jack grew up in a small family of commoner hunters, where his father had this philosophy: never hunt anything that looks tougher than you. But he died when he didn't follow this philosophy. So to get revenge, Jack, when he was 13, this was before he even had his grimoire, I think he had already surpassed his dad in terms of physical strength and magic prowess, whatever, he defeated the giant bear, and after that, he got his grimoire, and then he joined the Magic Knights, which, I have a theory, it hasn't been explicitly stated, but, I have a theory that Jack founded the Green Praying Mantis. I mean, the dude looks like a mantis, fights like a mantis, he's wearing green. Yeah, so, he had to have done it. Plus, it would be really good for world building to know the origin of more than just one squad. Like, but, right before I was gonna film the video, Christina told me that Sceptile looks like a praying mantis, which she had no idea I was going to film Jack the Ripper. She had no idea. It was pure coincidence. I swear to God, I'm not lying. Yeah, or maybe she can see the future. Maybe. Anyway, alright. So, I've talked about his backstory, I've talked about his power. I think a good place. Now let's talk about where he has been in the story. So, not the Royal Knights exam, at the Magic Knights exam, he raised his hand for Seke and he passed on Asta. Raised his hand for you already know that. And later on, during Seke's flashback, Seke was scared shitless of his captain. I remember him saying, if I could do it, I would go up to him and say, "Jack, I deserve respect." But Seke's too much of a wuss to say that, especially around his captain. I mean, Jack would slice him up 100 million times. Yeah. Jack is one of the stronger captains. Honestly, at this point in the story, I'd say he's probably like at least the fourth strongest captain. At least. Just ignore them. Not a lot happened until him along with Charlotte and Nozel fought against the Eye of the Midnight Sun's third eye. He fought against Veto. And at that point, Jack was stronger than Veto. I mean, it would be a close fight, don't get me wrong, but Jack would have won. And he teased Nozel about having a hard time against Fauna, and that would be a close fight too, Nozel versus Jack, but Jack would still win. I wonder what a fight between him and Sceptile would go on. If Sceptile can't beat Jack, then I'm sure Mega Sceptile will at the very least make it a close match. Well, at least Jack during pre-time skip, because like I've said before, captains do get stronger over the course of the series. Siri? I was about to say Siri. Whatever. And I love Sceptile, but check this out. The neck, this plushie is not the best. I mean, see, it has this little metal thing cord that keeps his head steady, but I know Sceptile has a long neck, but they didn't have to do it this way. I mean, I still like it. It's my favorite Pokemon. But, me from a couple years ago would have loved it. It would have been my favorite plushie of all time. But I've matured and I still like it. I still love Sceptile. He's still my favorite Pokemon. Will always be. But I'm just not as obsessed with it as I used to. Now I see its flaws. But yeah, whatever. I still like it. I got this on eBay along with a Grovyle plushie for $30. Both two for $30. Pretty cool, huh? I'm gonna buy the Mega Sceptile plushie, and then I'm gonna buy Trico, and then I'll have a complete collection. Pretty cool, huh? All right, back to Jack's discussion. Later on in the captain's meeting, Jack had a bit of an argument with Gelder about who got more squad stars, but I remember Gelder saying that he had more stars than Jack. Well, at the end of the Star Festival, it's revealed that the Purple Orcas got second to last, and Jack the Ripper got fourth to last. Yeah, so to be fair though, they had just lost their captain, the Purple Orcas, but you know what? A couple of the whole praying mantis is all commoners, including Jack, and the Purple Orcas have some nobility, and case in point, Xerx Lugner. Come on, this guy just screams royalty, or not royalty, nobility, sorry. Yeah, so maybe you could say that the Purple Orcas are have a stronger squad altogether than the Green Praying Mantis, but we haven't even seen the Green Praying Mantis' vice captain, so at least the Xerx Lugner got an reappearance still. Yeah, so yeah. Alright, and I remember at the meeting, to lighten up the mood, Rill imitated Fuegoleon, and got a bit of a scolding from Nozel and Jack. They were all, hey, just because you're the youngest captain in history doesn't mean you can do that. Show some respect. I think a big part of that, why they did that, was because they thought he was making fun of an injured soldier. Which, to an extent, he kinda was. I mean, I'm sure Rill didn't know he was. He is the youngest, but yeah, it was kind of disrespectful, I will admit. This is coming from a guy who has a lot of servicemen in his family, so, he tried to chase Gelder, but Asta and Rill beat him to it. And we had that filler episode where Jack and Yami were having a bit of a fight. I remember at that fight, Yami was about to use Dark Cloak Dimension Slash, but Julius stopped them the whole fight. And I remember them saying that Yami was going to kill Jack with that spell, so that pretty much solidified Yami was stronger than Jack, at least at that point in time. Alright, and after Yami came in second place, and everyone else came below him, well, except the Golden Dawn, but actually, the Golden Dawn, yes, technically did become in first place, but to be fair, the Black Bulls, if they hadn't started in the negatives, they would have surpassed the Golden Dawn. Yeah, so that'll keep you up at night. So, yeah, and I'm sure Yami brought that up during his bragging. So it's Yami. He'll do anything to brag. I mean, he has the skill to back it up. He can back up his bragging, but there is such a thing as too much bragging. Not Yami. Jack was about to slash up Yami, but the bar sorry guys, I'm sorry if I'm mixing up my words. I'm still new to not doing videos without a script. I'm sorry. I'll get better at time, but for now, I'm still a bit of a novice at this. I'm sorry. I promise I'll get better. I promise. Anyway, Nozel, what's his fame? I forgot his name. The current leader of the Purple Orcas and Nozel were about to fight him, but the bartender was all, here, if you can have this as long as you guys don't fight. And it worked. I can't wait till I'm old enough to drink. Jack and Yami and Finral fought against Rawtree, and then over time, Jack's blades adjusted to... Yeah, here's the thing. When it's adjusted to enough, Jack's blades can even slash through spatial magic. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? And if even to another extent, he can even slash through gravity, like he did in his fight against Dante. Yeah, Jack is one of the stronger captains. Yeah, he could... when adjusted to, he can slash through anyone. Literally anyone. Probably even the Lilith and Nama. Alright, so after that he defeated them, but Finral got the final blow. He was like, knocked Rawtree clean out. Yeah, and then he fought again, and then he entered the Shadow Palace and fought against Fauna and put up a good fight and was going to win. Like Noelle was winning, so yeah, I'm sure there was no doubt in my mind that Jack wouldn't have won. After the Elf arc, we see the scene of Jack whiplashing Gelder and Chain Dude. Sorry, I forgot his name again. Revtree, that's right, that's his name, Revtree. He was scaring them to death and to them to get back to work. He was all, get back to work, no fooling around. Reminds me of Benson from regular show, only a lot scarier and tougher. So anyway, let's talk about that filler episode where all of the captains, minus Rill, were having a team battle against each other. Jack was really pushed to his limits. He was all, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And at the end, he fought when everyone unleashed their final attacks, and I really wish that match didn't end in a tie. That is like the most cliche thing you could do. Have a tie. I mean, I get, it's just not cool. I mean, I wish at least one team won. Maybe it would have been cool if the team Yami wasn't on one, but what are you gonna do? So anyway, that's him, and now let's talk about him after the time skip. And the only real thing to do is, alright, he noticed that who Natched was during the second meeting after Yami and William were captured, and later on, Natched and Jack squared off against Dante, and at the beginning, Jack wasn't really doing that well. He had to have Natched defend him a couple times, and he was pinned to the ground with Dante's gravity magic, and then we got his backstory, and then after Natch poked fun at him, being all, oh, what's wrong? You talked a big game. Is that all you were? Talk? But then that awakened a fire in Jack, and then he spreaded blades all over his body, all over. He was like, and then he went nutso on Dante. He was all, slash, 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 oh yeah, that's another thing. Jack has a unique laugh, like a lot of One Piece characters. Yeah, he was having a lot of fun. He slashed right through Dante's gravity and went nutso on him. And yes, Dante wasn't fully defeated yet, but but he was about to. if he wasn't, if the Tree of Cliff-Off didn't open and he wasn't unlocked his 100% devil power. Jack's blades broke, but then stop him. Right now in the story, in the chapter that just released today, he's all, I may be down, but I'm not out. Come at me some more. And that's where he is in the story. You know, I really hope Jack gets at least one more big hoorah. I really love him. He's one of my favorite characters. Probably my third favorite, at least. He's so cool. All he wants to do is slash things apart. He's like the KENPACHI of Black Clover. Yeah, that's basically what he is. All he wants to do is slash things apart. That's all he is. But it works so well with him. Yeah, plus he has a cooler design than KENPACHI. In my opinion, of course. Alright, so, that's it. Next we'll be doing Fuegoleon. For everyone who forgot, I'm doing the captains in order of what their rank was at the Star Festival, said start. Yeah, and the Crimson Lions came in middle place, 5th place, but, to be fair, they had lost their captain for a while, a lot longer than Gelder, so, and they still managed to get to middle place, and they're usually they never ranked any lower than 2nd place. Yeah, the Crimson Lions are the 2nd best, well, 3rd best squad, 4th being Silver Eagles, and, I don't know who middle place is. Alright, you know, you're doing Pikachu's job, alright. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, press that bell icon for more Black Clover and One Piece content. Bye.